first question is how the Quran is a miracle for the people who don't understand Arabic, because we cannot see or understand the challenge of the Quran. So basically the question is, how can we treat the Quran as a miracle for those people who are not Arabic speakers, for the non-Muslims who don't speak Arabic and who don't know Arabic? And so how can it be a miracle for those people, and likewise for Muslims who don't understand the miracle of the Quran? The miracle of the Quran is the greatest miracle given to any prophet or messenger. And the miraculous nature of the Quran is not limited to any one particular thing. Rather, the miracle of the Quran has many multiple different angles to it. And the miracle or the linguistic element of it is just one of those many elements. So the language and the style and the structure and the form and the beauty and so on and so forth of the Quran is something that clearly only a person who is versed in Arabic would understand. And that's why the Arabs, who were the masters of oratory, of speech, because Arabic wasn't really a written language, it was a spoken language, and they were masters of oratory, meaning of the art of speech, eloquent speech, in poetry or prose or whatever it might be. And so when the Quran was revealed, they immediately understood that this is no ordinary speech, because they are the masters in the language. So clearly, to appreciate the linguistic miracle aspect of the Quran, then you have to have a knowledge of Arabic to a certain degree. However, there are many other things besides the linguistic element of the Quran. In fact, even just a person listening to the Quran, it's just even its beauty and its impact upon the hearts and the souls, that in itself is a miraculous aspect. Likewise, from what the scholars mention, the akhbar, the information that is brought in the Quran, there are miraculous elements in that. Likewise, the ahkam, the rulings in the Quran and their comprehensiveness and their consistency and their wisdom and everything which follows on from a study and the discussion of the ahkam, the rulings, that in itself is also a miracle. Likewise, what the Quran commands of all of the lofty virtues and the lofty qualities and the noble traits and so on and so forth, and how it inculcates this within the person, what it calls to, that in itself is miraculous. Likewise, the things that Allah Azza wa Jal brings attention to, of the ayat in the creation, the signs in the creation, the sun, the moon, the stars, the oceans, the clouds, the rain, the winds, the mountains, and all of the various other things that we are informed of, in that is a miracle as well. So the miracle of the Quran is not limited only to the linguistic aspect. Rather, the scholars mention many different angles and facets to the Quran, and a study of all of them will indicate the miraculous nature of the Quran, and combined together they indicate the great miraculous nature of the Quran. So the issue is not limited only to the Arabic necessarily, rather, although this is obviously the foundation of it really, because without the Arabic, a person simply cannot grasp the reality of the meanings and the eloquence and the beauty and the miraculous nature of the Quran. But the miracle aspect of the Quran is not limited only just to the linguistic elements. Rather, it relates to the information contained therein, the rulings presented therein, and so many different usloob and methods, as the scholars themselves discuss. So yes, the Quran is a miracle. To appreciate that miracle linguistically, obviously, would require knowledge of the Arabic language, but there are other elements as well which are also miraculous in their own right, but combined as a whole, they indicate the miraculous nature of the Quran.